video on my channel here, Damien Romega, and today we will be doing Serie A predictions with my older brother Nicolas here, who also has a YouTube channel, link in the description.
And where I did Premier League predictions with him. And, well, let's just get right into these predictions then.
Well, so today we will be doing the full league table, the top scorer, best player, best manager, and best signing. So yeah, let's get right into it. 20th.
Okay, so 20th for me is Salernitana. Did I pronounce that right?
Yeah.
My pronunciation of this one team, Salernitana, is terrible. Sorry if I butchered the pronunciation. I just cannot pronounce them. And for you, bottom of the league is?
For me it's Venezia. I just don't think they're strong enough. I think their defense will crack. I think that, I don't think they have good enough attacking prowess, and defending, I don't think they're good either. So, 20th.
I put Salernitana bottom because I just feel like their defense is terrible, and I know he may be fooled by the fact that they scored a few goals in their first game. But then again, Norwich City won 3-2 against Man City a few seasons back. And what happened to them? They got relegated. But I do agree with him that Venezia will get relegated because I put them 19th, and I can't really add on anything to him. It's just I believe that Salernitana is terrible. How about you?
Well, 19th I think will be Salernitana because in their first game they scored 2 goals. I think they'll get relegated either way. Their attacking prowess, they have Simino Akwao in the attack, and he scored 20 goals as when Crotone got relegated bottom of the league. So I think that might help them.
Okay, so next up, 18th, Genoa. How about for you?
For me, 18th, Empoli. I think they'll get relegated just by the skin of their teeth.
I understand putting Empoli there, but I don't think they'll quite be relegated because Genoa, saying Goran Pandev is your best player would sound quite good 10 years ago. But nowadays, 2021, no, forget about it. He's not who he used to be, and if he's their best player, then they're gonna struggle, and either they're gonna get relegated or they're just about gonna stay up, which. In my case, the team I think will just about stay up, Sampdoria. How about you?
In 17th?
Yes, 17th.
For me, it's Genoa. I think they'll just make it out. I think they have a good enough squad, good enough team. Their defense, they have some players. Attack, midfield, they have players. I think that they'll survive and just a little bit. They'll just edge Empoli on relegation. So I think they'll finish 17th, Genoa.
For me, I think Sampdoria are 17th because last season they were just very poor. And this season, I don't think much will change. And, well, that's going to be a trend in this table. And it's going to lead to some odd predictions because some teams in this league, in Serie A this season, are just so good. And then some are just so bad that some teams will end up being in positions that you might not expect them to be, it's fair to say.
Well, the thing is about Sampdoria, they have Fabio Quagliarella, who I'm pretty sure you guys will know, and he just hit his 100th goal for Sampdoria in the Coppa Italia.
Yes, but look, you can't forget, he is old. He can't play every game.
He scores goals.
He can't play every game. He's not going to play every game.
He plays like 80% of the games in the season. He scores goals he scores so many goals.
He's not going to score enough for them, though.
They will not finish that close to the relegation zone. Forget about it.
16th, though?
Spezia.
Really? 16th?
Yes. Because they lost Vincenzo Italiano to Fiorentina, who's a really good coach. I think he's becoming a really good Italian coach. And, Spezia lost their coach, so I think they'll do a little poorly, but they'll stay up.
For me, 16th, Empoli. Because I think that they'll just about end up higher than Sampdoria. I don't know what to really say about them. They're just not that strong.
Empoli they don't have bad attacking pros. That's the thing about them.
Yeah. I know, but they never really perform in Serie A. They've been here for a few seasons now, I believe.
They got promoted.
Yeah. So a few seasons then.
Okay, well then let's move on to 15th place. So
15th. Okay, Torino.
Cagliari for me. I think that João Pedro will score. He scores goals every season. I think he'll score a lot of goals. I think he'll have a good season, Cagliari. I think they'll stay up by comfortably. I think they'll have not such a bad season.
Anyways, For me, Torino, because Torino, they just struggle for some reason. I don't know why. They have Belotti, who played in the Euros. They have Shiragu in goal. It just doesn't make sense, does it?
Actually, if you guys didn't know, Shiragu actually went to Genoa. He moved there, yes.
Really?
If you guys did not know. But they have, anyways, Simone Zaza. They have Simone Verdi. So, yeah, they have some attacking prowess.
Yeah. Moving on, though.
14th?
Yes.
Hellas Verona.
Okay, so that's an understandable prediction. I put Hellas just above that. But for me, 14th, Fiorentina.
I do not agree with that at all because
How?
Fiorentina have Vincenzo Italiano as coach from Spezia. I think they'll have not a bad season
He
at all.
hypes this man up so much.
They
He's
have
not as good as we think.
Nico Gonzalez came from Stuttgart. That will help them.
But look, Nicolas Gonzalez, I really like him. I rate him, but he doesn't have that good finishing as you might think. Just watch him play for the Argentina national team. Messi gives him the best chance and he doesn't finish them. But yeah, you can't really say much about
for
that.
me, Hellas, they lost their coach, so he was really good. I think that they won't have such a terrible season, but it won't be as good as other seasons before.
For me now, Hellas are in 13th. I don't know what to really say about it. It's like...
For me, Udinese 13th. They drew with Juve 2-0. I think they'll have an average season, just like usual. And Luca Gotti, he'll stay the whole season. He will not get sacked. I think that they will score... I think they'll do well, to be honest.
Okay, well, for me, Hellas, I mean, I don't really know what to say about this. It's just Hellas. I feel like this is just where they're meant to be in mid-table.
Average season for them, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't really think this is a surprising prediction, unlike some of the others. So that means now 12th.
12th for me, Bologna. They have 40-year-old Rodrigo Palacio, which will not score many goals.
Before we continue, even in my Premier League predictions, he keeps on predicting his teams to finish right next to mine. Like, Salernitana and Venezia, I put them 20th and 19th. He put them 20th and 19th just in a different order.
As we said, it's a pattern.
He put Hellas 14th, I put them 13th. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Coincidence? I don't know. Well then, so yeah, Bologna, I think they'll do a good season. They beat Salernitana 3-2. They have Marco Arnautovic, who will help them. He scored on his debut against Salernitana. He will do well. He's a big striker, big man for the big occasion. So yeah, I think he'll do well. Bologna will do very well with him.
So 12th place for you, right?
Yep.
For me, 12th is Cagliari, who, I mean, it's definitely an improvement on last season where they did struggle and they were in a relegation battle for sure.
That is true.
But I do think that there will be an improvement there. There's no way that they're going to have such a bad season again. I just do not believe that. So yeah, for me, 12th place. Not much really said about this, but yeah, fair. I think this is where they should be. 11th though now. The last team in the bottom half for me, it's Bologna. And as I said, he keeps on putting his team so close to mine. And I can't really add on to that what he said.
Arnautovic effect. You can call it, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, for me, 11th will be Sampdoria. I think that Quagliarella will score goals as usual. He's a really good goal scorer. He loves scoring goals. He's a really good player. They have Audero in goal. They don't have a bad team, really. Bereshinski and Augello at the wing backs. And Gabbiadini in midfield. So yeah, I think they will not do so bad.
And now moving on to the top half, right?
10th Sassuolo. I think that they will not be as good as last season just because of the departure of Manuel Locatelli.
For sure.
I think he'll agree with me on that.
Yeah. But I have placed them high, and that could be a surprise. Just like 10th place. Spezia.
Ooh,
He put them 16th.
That's controversial right there.
I put them there because I think that Spezia under Thiago Motta will really improve. They will flourish this season, have a brilliant season. And, I mean, I don't really know what to say about this as with a few of the other teams. This one, as I said at the beginning, is one of the more odd predictions because the table is a bit unstable now where some of the teams are just terrible and some are just world class. So, That's why they're 10th. Ninth though.
Torino. Okay, listen. I think that
That's a terrible prediction.
They will do better than last season. Don't even try.
They lost Shirigu.
Oh, but Belotti, I think he'll improve on that.
Okay, Belotti. But last season they nearly got relegated. It doesn't matter that if you have.
That's why I think they will bounce back. I think they'll bounce back from that bad season.
Salernitana could have Lewandowski, the best striker on the planet. That's not going to stop them from getting relegated. There's no way Torino get top half. Absolutely no chance.
There is actually a chance, and I think that they have a chance of getting it. I think Simone Verdi, Andrea Belotti, and Simone Zaza, they will go very good in Serie A this season, and they'll do very well.
Ninth for me, another controversial one, Udinese. I know they lost DePaul, but you could see they have a fighting spirit, and in my opinion, they will do quite well. They're a team that I still do believe will do quite well because of their fighting spirit. It doesn't matter if they lost DePaul or not. Of course, the replacement for him isn't the best. They signed a young German from I believe Leipzig. So yeah, I think this by their standards a good season, but in my opinion, this is where they should be in the top half, fighting for the conference seed.
Okay, so 8th place now.
8th place, Sassuolo. I know they lost Locatelli, but they still have a lot of key players, including Berardi, who at Sassuolo is believed to be better than Locatelli. So, in my opinion, they're definitely gonna get top half. I think they'll get to 8th. They can't get any higher because all the other teams are just too good to get lower than them.
That is not.
But they can't get lower because all the other teams just aren't up to standard this season.
Well, that is not a bad prediction for Sassuolo because 8th place is I think where they should belong. But since they lost Locatelli, I think they'll slump a little down. So.
Oh, I actually forgot. They also have Jeremy Boca, former Chelsea player.
Yes, he's good. I rate that man. Well, but in 8th I put Fiorentina. I think they signed Nico Gonzalez. I think.
Okay,
Listen. I think they'll do well. They still have Vlahovic. They have the Vincenzo Italiano. They have Milenkovic. They still have Dusan Vlahovic. Dusan Vlahovic is a star. They'll do really well this season.
I know Vlahovic is good, but as I said with Nicolas Gonzalez, he can't finish too well. And
Vlahovic?
No, Nicolas Gonzalez.
But Vlahovic scored 21 goals last season.
I'm not even talking about him. I don't understand him. I'm not even talking about Vlahovic and he's bringing him up.
No, but Vlahovic last season he scored 21 goals. He'll have another great season. He didn't yet leave to Atletico. So how will he not do well?
I still don't believe they'll do that well. But moving on though, 7th place.
Napoli.
The first of the big teams, Napoli for me as well. They lost Hisai, which shouldn't be that big a problem because it's Hisai.
Okay, put it this way: they lost Gattuso, and now they have the Luciano Spalletti,
the former Inter
man before Conte, and he was not really that good. He was just an average coach.
They were struggling to get into the Champions League with him.
Yes, they were, and also they beat Venezia 2-0, and they needed 2 penalties. They got injury. They got a red card. Yeah. It was a disaster.
Napoli are a very shaky team at the moment. It looks almost as if they're going through a transition period. And not only that, what Damien said, but also they're missing key players like Zielinski out because of injury. So it's going to be interesting to see how the team plays right now. But moving on to 6th, very controversial decision considering how well they've done. But one big summer sale. There has been a replacement there, but I don't think he'll be as good as their original player there. Sergio Romero left, Demiral came in, Atalanta 6th. I just don't know what to say because I think that the rest of the other 5 teams would just be so much better than them.
Oops, he just got a call there. That was awkward.
That was uncalled for.
Yeah.
Well, anyways.
6th. Lazio for me, I know they have Sarri, but I think they'll start off the season really well, which they did, right?
Yeah.
But this is not a bad place for them, you have to admit.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of big teams now. I think there'll be a lot of competition. Atalanta will go a little ahead. But yeah, that's what we think.
Okay, hopefully we finish this without me getting any more calls now. 5th, AC Milan. And they're not going to get top 4 because Well, I don't really have much explanation for this. I just feel like the other 4 teams are better than them. They're definitely going to finish better than Atalanta. My watch rings again. So, yeah. I just don't know what to say about them. They're just going to struggle this season. They're not going to be the same as they have been last season. Of course, Zlatan now turning 40. They've brought in Giroud for some reason, so not going to be a good season.
For me, 5th, Atalanta. I do not think they'll have such a good season as usual. As he said, they lost Pierluigi Golini and Cristiano Romero. They're replacing with Demiral, who's not a bad defender at all. I think he makes a little too much errors.
And he's very, very aggressive in the penalty area.
Me, as a Juve fan, I know him well, but I think that Atalanta will get 5th.
Anyways, 4th now. Lazio. Under Maurizio Sarri, the football they've been playing is brilliant, tiki-taka-esque.
Just their defense.
I don't quite understand how he struggled with Juventus. He does well with every Italian team except for Juve. Probably the stars there, to be fair. But in my opinion, they're going to squeak top 4 ahead of Milan. They squeak it for me.
Actually, I think Milan will make it. Giroud, I don't think he'll be such a good signing as people might think. But for me, AC Milan, 4th place. I think they'll do quite well. So, yeah. 4th place for AC Milan, worse than last season, but they'll take Champions League football, won't they?
Yeah, and now 3rd place. The AS Roma team that Mourinho said he wants it to be known as the fans team, not Jose Mourinho's Roma. They're going to do well. Trust me. Tammy Abraham, brilliant signing. And I'll get back to him later. That's a spoiler, but I'll get back to him later.
Yes, so will I.
3rd place, and... Well, what really needs to be said? I mean, they're going to finish the season with no silverware.
One of the greatest coaches of all time.
They're probably going to get 2nd in Coppa Italia. They're not going to do well in the Europa League, but in Serie A, 3rd place, improvement on their recent season. So,
for me,
why not?
But for me, 3rd is Inter Milan. I know this is a controversial one, but Inzaghi is not as good as Conte. Don't even try, Inter fans. I'm a Juve fan. I know my stuff, okay? So, Inter 3rd place. They lost Lukaku. That's a big loss. Hakimi, massive loss. I cannot see them getting in the top 2. No.
Inter Milan for me are 2nd, though. And this is because they've replaced Hakimi with Dumfries, who plays very similar. And in my opinion, Dumfries is
too attacking.
Brilliant signing.
He's too attacking, though.
They said the same thing about Hakimi. And how did that turn out? Quite well.
Yeah, but Hakimi has pace. That's the thing.
Then, the reason why they're not going to win, of course, is because they've replaced Lukaku with Edin Dzeko. What is this? The Italian Arsenal.
Well, yeah, for me, 2nd AS Roma. Do not write them off. Jose Mourinho, one of the greatest coaches of all time.
For sure.
But the thing that weakens them is their backline. I think we can admit that. Chris Smalling and Ibanez will not be so good as you might think. Jose will need some more signings if he would like to challenge for the title a lot. So yeah, 2nd AS Roma. They have a really good team. What else do I have to say?
Anyways, 1st place now, Juventus.
Juventus.
Who else? Because with Allegri coming in, and he's just going to embarrass himself right now, Juventus will definitely win with Allegri. Their main title rivals have weakened except for Roma, who have strengthened, but they're still not good enough with their backline. Of course, Juve's main weakness at the moment seems to be Szczęsny.
Yes, the goalkeeper. Okay, listen. This is what I said when we drew 2-2 with Udinese first match day. Juve did not lose. Szczęsny lost us the game. Because who else made mistakes? He fumbled the ball first of all, gave away a penalty. Then, later on, there's 2 players. He has a pass onto the left. He does not pass, tries to trick them, loses the ball. 2 players, open net, goal. Like, what is this?
And that's why he's Poland's number 1, ladies and gentlemen. And that's the league table done, right?
Yes. So, yeah.
Now we move on.
Okay, so now we move on to the top scorer. Who do you think will get top scorer of Serie A?
Okay, top goal scorer, Tammy Abraham. What a signing. He's going to do so well under Mourinho. Mourinho's going to make him so good for them.
He doesn't know what he's saying.
And I just don't see anyone else. Ronaldo, he doesn't want to play for them anymore. Chiesa just doesn't seem to be ready for top goal scorer yet. I don't think he'll get it yet. Dybala, this is going to be more of a resurgence season.
I think, but he'll do well. He will do well.
Yeah, he'll get 3rd in the top goal scorers behind Chiesa and Tammy Abraham and have most assists in Serie A, probably around 16. So we'll see.
That's a lot.
So we'll see how he does for Juve. But Tammy Abraham, surely he's gonna get it. Who else?
I think Tammy Abraham, no, because he's just new to Serie A. He's just getting into it.
And yeah,
He's doing well. He didn't score a goal yet though.
He hit the crossbar and got Drongowski sent off.
And he got 2 assists.
All hail the Polish goalkeepers messing up.
Yes. Well, for me, top scorer Ciro Immobile. I think he'll have another great season. So yeah, Ciro Immobile for me. 34 goals for him.
Wait, can I just make sure? You put Lazio in what position again?
6th.
I put them in 4th, and yet you're predicting Immobile top goals.
Yes, I think he'll do a lot of goals, but there will be a lot of goals in this Serie A season. Trust me. If there's 7 teams, 7 in Premier League, there's big 6. Here, there's no 7 great teams. What do I have to say? So many goals will fly in.
To be fair, in the Premier League, Arsenal's considered big 6.
Yes, that is true.
So if they're considered big 6, then you can make that big 10. And now, what are we moving on to?
Best player.
Best player, Paulo Dybala. I already mentioned how good he'll do. I don't know what else to say about him. This is going to be far better than his last 2 seasons. He's already been called back to the Argentina squad. I don't know what else to say, really.
For me, Federico Chiesa. Already some ESPN pundits have said he will be MVP of the season. I think he'll do really, really well. He got a beautiful assist for Ronaldo against Udinese. But VAR happened, and so yeah, it was chopped up.
But it was rightly offside.
It was right. This much.
Unlike what some people decide to say, because a lot of people are now saying that it's ruining football because Ronaldo didn't score. Mainly Ronaldo fanboys, to be fair.
Yes, that is true. And I'm a Juve fan. I admit it was offside this much, and that is how much.
Yeah. And now what do we move on to?
Best manager.
For me,
Jose Mourinho.
For me, it's Thiago Motta. He gets Spezia to 10th. Definitely best manager.
That's an interesting one. I have to say.
But
if they do get 10th, that is a big candidate. I have to say. Jose Mourinho. I don't have to say much. He won the treble with Inter in Italy. He will do really well with AS Roma, who will finish 2nd. So yeah, Mourinho. Now best signing.
Best signing is the same as top goal scorer.
Tammy Abraham.
What a signing! I can't believe that he's being this disrespected by Chelsea. But if you look at it, Chelsea has sent him to Italy, and after 2 years, when Lukaku's going to be in his 30s, they could re-sign him for around 60 million. So by then, he'll be world class. So this seems to be a smart move by Chelsea.
Same thing here. I think Tammy Abraham, he'll have a great season. 2nd for Roma. I don't think he'll get top scorer, though. I think he'll do really well. Get us some assists, some goals. He'll be really good. So yeah.
There you go.
That's the end of the video. Thank you for watching, everyone. Make sure to check out his channel in the description. He makes a lot of awesome videos, vlogs. I did Premier League predictions, of course. My next video is delayed, but it should be coming out soon. And yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you tell us in the comments if you agree with our predictions.
If there are comments, because there probably won't be.
YouTube sometimes takes them off, so take note of that. So yeah. Thank you for watching. See you, everybody. And don't forget to subscribe.
Farewell.